This is Christian Boltanski's installation called Chance. It's installed here at Carriage Works at Everleigh. It's the second version of the piece that Boltanski first showed at the Venice Biennale in 2011. The work Chance is actually made up of 3 individual pieces, and the work behind me is called Wheel of Fortune. As you can see, it's a giant scaffolding with a long paper stream of photographs of babies taken from a Polish newspaper. They just go endlessly around and around inside this giant machine, and then every few moments a bell rings and the whole thing stops. This component of Chance is called Be New, and it's a flickering montage of photographs of Polish babies and of dead Swiss people. And when you press this button, the flickering suddenly stops. And you get a funny face made up of a dead person and a just born person. And this third piece is called Last News from Humans, and it's made up of 2 digital counters. The green counter counts up the number of babies born on a typical day on planet Earth, while the red counter behind me counts up the average number of deaths. One of the interesting things for me is the ambiguity of the work. It is on one level really obvious statement, but on another he obfuscates the meaning. He kind of makes it a little bit uncertain exactly what it is that he's saying. Personally, I find that quite interesting because it allows you some space to think about the work and project your own ideas and thoughts and feelings into the piece. So what are we to make of all of this? I mean, this is the second iteration of the piece. It was originally seen in Venice in 2011. Boltanski and his crew have worked to make this work fit into this space, and it is visually impressive, but you can't really get away from the fact that this is Boltanski's big metaphor. The artist talks of this piece in terms of chance itself, as this machine is a metaphor for the chance operations that bring us into being and then see us off when we die. But I also look at it as in a kind of dark sense, because what we're seeing here is a big emotionless machine that produces the faces of babies, of birth. And the last news from humans, the counters that are counting down the number of deaths and up the number of births, always ends up that more than 100,000 births outnumber the number of deaths at the end of the day. And that doesn't seem like good news to me. It seems that even if we manage to stay alive, we will be so crowded and compressed in this space. It doesn't really seem like a necessarily optimistic way to look at the world.